Jeffries as Marion Kirby, the ghostess with the mostest. Robert Sterling as George Kirby, that most sporty spirit. And Leo G. Carroll, host to said ghosts, as Topper.
The moon is high, and stars like flitting fireflies dance in the
ballroom at the Sphinx Hotel in Cairo, Illinois.
Doesn't rhyme.
I know, but it's air conditioned.
dance in the sky.
Ooh, whatever made her think of that? Why do you suppose Henrietta writes poetry?
Probably because somebody told her she couldn't write prose.
Hello, Thelma. It's Henrietta. I'm all finished. 36 poems.
36 bombs.
I'm going to call them Castles and Buttermilk. A slim volume of verse.
Wow.
And do you know who's coming to dinner tonight?
Who?
Mr. and Mrs. Vance.
The Vance?
Oh, no.
Stop that. Stop it, I say. Stop.
Oh, Topper, don't go in the house.
No, don't go in the house.
Why, what's happened?
Well, a quarantine.
Yes, Katie.
Katie?
Yeah.
She has hoof and mouth disease.
Yes, there's 4 or 5 bales of hay in her room.
We just sent for a vet.
All right, now stop this nonsense. What is all this?
Okay. The Vances are coming to dinner.
Yes, don't I know it?
But, Topper, how can you go in the house with these monsters?
Yesterday, why don't you come to the movies with us?
Yeah.
It sounds very nice. But what excuse am I going to make to Henrietta?
Well, tell her you have to work late at the bank.
Yes, might get away with that.
Well, let's go.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
I thought I heard you, dear. Why are you so late?
I got held up at the bank, dear.
How awful. Did they steal much money?
I mean, I had to work late at the bank.
Oh.
I mean, I have to work late at the bank tonight. And so I'm afraid you'll have to entertain the Vances on your own, dear.
Well, that's perfectly all right, Cosmo.
I'm glad of that.
Because Mrs. Vance just phoned to say they're coming tomorrow night instead.
Oh, nuts.
Say that again.
What's that, dear?
Nothing.
Vance? Do go in. My husband's inside.
Oh, there they are. Now run along.
No, George, we can't let him suffer alone.
No. Topper, we'll stay.
No, you won't. You're going to leave.
Yes, we'll stay.
We'll stay.
Confound you two. You're going to ruin my whole evening.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, sorry. I was rehearsing for next week. We're expecting a couple of bores.
Of course, culturally speaking, this community is arid. For the best in art and music and literature, one must go to Europe, where things are more, how shall I put it, continental. Don't you agree?
Yes. Arid. That describes it perfectly, doesn't it, Cosmo?
Oh, I don't know much about these things.
Let me see now. You took the 10 of hearts, King of spades, and the 9 of diamonds. So, I guess the 4 of clubs will be safe.
Gin.
Gin? Well, Topper, there's a lull in the conversation.
I understand you're quite a golf enthusiast, Vance.
Now you said a mouthful. Do you play golf?
A little.
Yeah, well, everyone should. You know, it keeps the circulation going. You know, whoosh.
Cosmo, Mrs. Vance's glass is empty.
Oh, I'll mix another batch.
Make him stronger this time, will you?
But make them a little weaker this time.
I asked first.
Cosmo, what are you whispering about?
I think I hear that moth again.
Moth, if you're looking for us, darling, we're right here.
Now tell the truth. Aren't they terrible bores?
Terrible bores. Terrible bores.
What?
Moth. Most boring things I know. Bore right into your closet.
Are you fond of poetry, Mr. Bax?
Poets are a dime a dozen these days.
So, you play golf, do you?
A little.
Well, it's a great game. You know, there's nothing quite like it. Whoosh!
Does he have to do that?
Evidently. Where are you going?
Never mind.
Whoosh!
Randolph, I wish you'd stop whooshing, whatever it is. Anyway, stop it. What were we talking about?
Well, if you'd stop talking for a minute, Carolyn, well, maybe we could drink to the toppers. Well, here's mud in your eye.
That's charming.
Oh, Cosmo, aren't they a little strong?
I mixed them 4 to 1.
4 to 1 what?
Let me get you another.
No, thank you.
Mr. Vance.
I like them strong, you know. It keeps the circulation going. Now, look here, if you really like to play golf, you should come out to the club sometime.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, do your world good, you know, fresh air, a little exercise.
Oh, wonderful.
That's the ticket. You tee up that old ball, take that old stance, take that old driver back over your old shoulder, and you look off to that old green, and...
What happened?
It's all right, dear. I chased him out. He won't bother you again.
Who won't bother me? What do you mean?
Why, the moth, of course.
Moth?
Sturdy little fellow, wasn't he?
What's the bid, Topper?
What's the bid, Henrietta?
You asked that once before.
Oh, did I? Sorry. Oh, well, what's the bid?
They're trying to make 5 clubs doubled. Now, stop asking questions and play the game.
Oh. Mrs. Vance, may I see that last trick?
No, you may not.
Sorry. New rule?
A house rule.
Whose house?
Come, Cosmo.
Thank you very much. I believe the rest are ours. That makes 5 clubs doubled and an over trick. Game and rubber. I never expected we'd make it. But after that play...
Honestly, Cosmo, everybody knows you should cover an honor with an honor.
Not everybody.
Marion, get busy. Topper's getting shellacked. They're using the red cards this time. Ace of hearts and king of spades.
No peeking, please.
I mean, I never... Oh, really?
Cosmo, how can you think?
Stop asking questions and play the game.
1 diamond.
First?
Take the cards, old man. They're free.
No.
No trump?
No.
Bid a spade.
A spade.
No, make it 2 diamonds.
2 diamonds.
1 bid at a time is all we usually allow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On second thought, make it 3 diamonds.
3 diamonds.
Cosmo, make up your mind.
I have made up my mind, dear.
We, might make game on hearts.
Which is it to be? A spade or 3 diamonds?
4 hearts.
I give up.
So soon?
Pass.
I pass.
By me.
You've really done this house over charmingly, Mrs. Topper.
I thank you.
Take it with you, Jack.
I hope you managed to get rid of everything the last tenants left behind them. Including the alcohol fumes.
Who were the last tenants?
Those dreadful Kirbys.
George, did you hear what she said?
I'm concentrating. Lead your tent, old man.
They were the most awful people. Quite a blot on the community.
I don't think so.
You never knew them.
I didn't.
Thank you, Topper, darling.
Lead trumps. Vance only has one left.
Cosmo, you're playing rather well for a change. I can't understand it.
Yes, I think one might say I have second sight.
That Mrs. Kirby was the real troublemaker. She was shameless.
I liked her. Whoosh!
Marion Kirby was always running around with someone else, and George was no better. It's perfectly scandalous. I know if Randolph ever behaved that way...
I never get the chance.
I dealt, and I bid 4 halves.
I passed.
We'll pass.
Aren't you going to bid, Mr. Topper?
I'm afraid I shall have to bid, Mrs. Vanson. Rather forced to, by circumstances.
You go right ahead.
Seven spades.
Mr. Topper, that's lovely.
Who dealt this?
I did, and I think Mr. Topper played that hand beautifully.
Now, who took the score pad? Oh, don't look at me. You went ahead.
Probably fell on the floor.
Would you care to cut?
Shall we play this hand?
You've made a smashing conquest, you irresistible old dog, you.
It's his mustache. Women find it simply tantalizing.
I'm in favor of continuing the game. Or perhaps Mr. Topper has other plans for the evening?
Kiss her, you fool. Whoosh. You're losing your mind.
What?
Sorry, I mean, you're losing, and we don't mind if you have a chance to get even.
Oh.
Look at Mrs. Vance, Topper. She's fallen for you.
Nonsense. It's a liver.
Liver? Cosmo, it's your turn to bid.
No, I mean, not liver, heart. That's it. One heart.
Don't quibble over trifles, Randolph. Pay Mr. Topper.
Now, everybody relax and have something to eat.
No, you're right. No, really, I couldn't accept the money. Confidentially, with my luck tonight, you hadn't a ghost of a chance.
You may call it luck.
Pay him, Randolph.
No, really, I couldn't accept.
Well, whatever you say, Topper. After all, you're the host.
Do sit down and have something.
Yeah, that's a cute idea. Napkins with jokes on them.
Oh,
Castles and buttermilk. Never heard that one before.
those are my poems.
Poems.
I thought you might like to read them.
Oh, Mrs. Topper, how charming. You write poems. What a rare and unusual gift.
Get her. 2 hours ago, she said you found a poet under every wet
But,
rock.
Mr. Vance,
No, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Topper, but I'm very busy these days, and I have many important manuscripts to read.
Randolph, none are more important than Mrs. Topper's poems. Isn't that true, Mr. Topper?
Well, of course, I'd be very grateful if you'd read them. Henrietta's put so much of herself into that buttermilk.
castles and buttermilk, dear.
It's only a mash note you wrote to Mrs. Vance.
Cosmo, what are you doing?
Now, what's the idea, Topper?
You said you were on a diet.
I am not.
Well, you ought to be. I think these sandwiches have been poisoned. Oh, that's right. This sandwich is full of arsenic.
But mine tastes perfectly all right. Oh, Mr. Topper, what a delicious sense of humor you have. He was just playing a practical joke, weren't you, Mr. Topper?
Yes, of course. It's just a practical joke.
Do you mind if I pour myself a drink?
Please do.
Thank you.
Give me that note.
Try and get you.
Get off my hands, you beast.
Get your hand away. I just love the Mexican hat dance, don't you?
Oh, no, you don't, Toppy.
We want Vance to read this.
Stop it. Stop it. Let's all do imitations. This is,
Stork.
Stork.
Oh, Mr. Topper, you're actually talented. Oh, let me have that.
Oh, please, Mr. Vance, it's only the score. I wanted it to paste in my scrapbook.
Yes, and I wanted it to see how much we owe Mr. Topper so you can send him a check.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Topper, relax. You're cooked.
Cooked. Well, Topper, this is just the sort of thing I'd expect from you.
What is it, may I see?
No, not until your wife has seen it.
It's quite all right, dear. I can explain everything.
If you don't know what it is, how come you have an explanation already?
That was foresight. I believe in being ready prepared for everything.
I don't believe this is one of my poems.
Well, of course it's not. It's a note that your husband wrote my wife.
Cosmo wrote this?
Yes, of course he did. Look, it's signed CT. Who else could have written it?
Why should I write a note to your wife?
Well, there are lots of explanations. She's... No, that is your problem.
But this isn't even Cosmo's handwriting.
Well, Randolph, I think we better go.
Topper, you're nothing but a wolf and a cheat.
Randolph, please.
Mr. Vance, I'd rather you didn't force me to resort to violence.
Just exactly what did you have in mind?
I'm not quite sure. As I understand it, I think we start by me asking you to take off your coat.
Go ahead, Topper. The three of us will murder him.
Good for you, Cosmo, calling us cheats.
You know, I think you've got a good idea there.
I've got a better one. You can both put your coats on and leave.
Topper, I'm not through with you. Making passes at my wife is one thing, but cheating at cards is unforgivable. 13 spades in one hand, 4 bids at a time, Topper. The game was crooked.
Nate, you were saying, Mr. Vance?
Come, Carolyn. We won't remain another moment in this house.
Mr. Topper.
No further explanation is necessary from either of you.
Randolph, please, let's go home.
I just don't understand.
Don't try to, dear. Just be happy they've gone.
I am. It was horrible. I'll never invite them here again.
Splendid.
Well, don't we get any thanks? You know, old man, we knocked ourselves out.
Yes, thank you.
What for? It was you he accused of writing that silly note. Oh, Cosmo, he has my poems.
Serves him right, too.
You must go right after him. Get them back.
Mr. Vance! Mr. Vance, my wife's poems. Here you are, dear.
Oh, Cosmo, you're wonderful.
Yes, you're wonderful, too, dear.
George, I think you're wonderful.
Marion, I think you're wonderful.
You're wonderful too, Neil.
Yeah, but you're a terrible bridge player.
A John W. Lufton, Bernard L. Schubert production. Produced by John W. Lufton. Starring Ann Jeffries, Robert Sterling, and Leo G. Carroll. Jeffries as Marion Kirby, the ghostess with the mostess. Robert Sterling as George Kirby, that most sporty spirit. And Leo G. Carroll, host to said ghosts, as Topper.
The moon is high, and stars like flitting fireflies dance in the
ballroom at the Sphinx Hotel in Cairo, Illinois.
Doesn't rhyme.
I know, but it's air conditioned.
dance in the sky.
Ooh, whatever made her think of that? Why do you suppose Henrietta writes poetry?
Probably because somebody told her she couldn't write prose.
Hello, Thelma. It's Henrietta. I'm all finished. 36 poems.
36 bombs.
I'm going to call them Castles and Buttermilk. A slim volume of verse.
Wow.
And do you know who's coming to dinner tonight?
Who?
Mr. and Mrs. Vance.
The Vance?
Oh, no. Stop that. Stop it, I say. Stop.
Oh, Topper, don't go in the house.
No, don't go in the house.
Why, what's happened?
Well, a quarantine.
Yes, Katie.
Katie?
Yeah.
She has hoof and mouth disease.
Yes, there's 4 or 5 bales of hay in her room.
We just sent for a vet.
All right, now stop this nonsense. What is all this?
Okay. The Vances are coming to dinner.
Yes, don't I know it?
But, Topper, how can you go in the house with these monsters?
Yesterday, why don't you come to the movies with us?
Yeah.
Sounds very nice, but what